Hi, John. Congratulations on being part of this Los Angeles presentation of Here Lies Love.
Yay!
So, talk about how you got into it and your audition process and portraying Aurora Aquino.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me and to your family. My audition process, I received um, an invitation to do the role. And I said, yeah. I said yes. And yeah, that was it. I was very excited. I was doing a workshop in New York. And that that invitation came and I was so happy. I was just so excited. I think I'm more excited to work with this cast.
Did you work with them before? Any of the cast members that you worked with before?
Almost half of them. And
Wow.
some of them were babies. And I always say this joke all the time. I remember when I was the baby in the cast. Not anymore. So yes, I'm
So,
excited.
have you watched any of these versions in Broadway? And I know Lea Salonga also portrayed this role.
The one and only, yes, of course. And she was so gracious enough to bring us backstage and show us the amazing, transformation of the theater. So thank you, Leia. I actually played the role of Imelda Marcos. I mean, not played, but performed Imelda Marcos at Carnegie Hall in 2007 with this amazing band. To my left was David Byrne, and I was starstruck the whole time. And to my left was the woman who played Australia, and I'm blanking out on her name, but she was great.
Mm.
Also, yeah.
Wow. So, in your research, what do you know about Aurora Aquino?
In my research, Aurora Kino is a symbol of quiet strength. And it wasn't very difficult for me because my mom is kind of that way. She's very soft-spoken and she's a very prayerful woman. And she would just say, and I will say, I'll go to my mom and be like, oh my God, something happened, whatever, people or events. And she'll be like, just pray and you'll see. And she will just do that, and then I don't know if that was that like revenge or was that like a lesson? Like, but she would just be like, just you will see. Just, so Aurora Kino is such a symbol of that quiet force. Um, that she's about that, beautiful, delicate flower, but with a force inside of her.
When you first saw Here Lies Love, what were your impressions?
I just had a great time on the dance floor. I had such a great time. Do I remember? um, I remember everything. I remember moving in a circle, and it was just such a high energy show. And yeah, I was just so proud of my friends telling the story up there, in a disco. How perfect is that? I mean, Imelda loved her disco, her disco shoes and her clothes and her uh giving, dances and throwing parties. That I mean that's an example. Yeah.
How different is the LA version? I heard there will be no revolving stage in this one.
I'm very excited. I We are going to start rehearsals, and I'm really excited to see what is going to happen. And I this is not the first time for me to work with Snehal, and he always does a great job. His imagination is crazy.
Mhm. And what do you look forward most in this production?
I look forward to the rehearsals, learning a lot from the cast, to delve deeper into Aurora Kino, as a mother myself, learn a lot from, as you get older, what lessons do you want to give to your child or just being a mom. And it is a story about, a woman who had a dream and she had a really um, hard childhood, and she achieved her dream, and somewhere at some point something happened, and it may or may not have, went out of hand, but I don't know. But to know, to learn how, like, which point in your life would you say, okay, this is enough. I think I'm this is going to go in a different direction. Maybe I should, maybe, listen to authentic people around me before things go wrong, or do they go right? you know so I'm excited about, just to sit there and learn, and the voices, I'm sure.
And how important is this show for representation for Filipinos and other ethnicities?
First of all, I am so proud. There's so many, um I don't know what it is, the Filipino, the way we sing, the way we tell the story, the way we long, and the way the pain, and there's just that, and people can scream, people can tell a story, people doesn't have to be screaming, but just the talents, it's going to be shown up there, um and it's really important that to be shown. That is our contribution to the world, and I'm sure there's also, we have amazing nurses and engineers and doctors and all that. But in the arts, um, I'm so happy that there are more and more, and I'm sure if Snehal could cast everybody who are living in America, he would. But to highlight that, and to tell this story, and to, that this is what we all go through, we went through, and we're still going through, and we will go through if we don't learn the lesson. Yeah, it's very important. It's very important for the next generation. I have a son, and he'll always say, when he watches the television, he'll say, "Oh my gosh, so an Asian person. Oh, is that Filipino? Let me see who's in the cast." Like, he gets so excited, he gets so inspired, and, yeah, it contributes to people's imaginations, for those who are in the arts, to say, "I am inspired." It'll add to that imagination and dream and hope.
Mhm. And what do you hope audiences will get after watching Here Lies Love in LA?
I would hope that if there's anything that they question, that they would go home and research, uh, that they will question, that they will think. The show doesn't give you an opinion of what's right, that this is wrong, and that's evil, and that's bad, good. It just tells you, David Byrne just tells a story, and Fatboy Slim just tells a story about, this is what happened, this is the facts, no opinions given. But if some people are intrigued, go home and research about it. Talk amongst yourselves, talk about it, and also, that they will have a great time, um, watching the talents and the telling of the story. And I know that Brianne or Imelda, oh my gosh, I've worked with her, and it's gonna be an amazing show. Yeah.
Have you ever met Imelda Marcos?
I have not met her, but when we did the show at Carnegie Hall, one of my aunts, I think, I think she's kind of friends with him, but she was saying, like, Imelda's financial advisor was there, but I never met her. But that was the closest. No, no.
And
Can you
how do you
imagine?
distress after a production number or a show? How do you relax?
I, having been, done, performing for so long, I think, uh I've got my own little system of, just vocally, doing the scales. That's for the vocal part. I do a lot of breathing. I do a lot of gratitude prayer. Things I'm grateful for. I try to make it different every night. Like, what was just little things, like, what people would say, or things I would observe in the theater. I try to be grateful every time. And yeah, the gratitude is such a fuel. It's such a fuel for hope and for excitement for the next day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are there plans of bringing the show to the Philippines?
Oh my, I don't know. Can you imagine? If I'm in it, great. If not, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Joe. More power to you. Looking forward to more of your performances.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Joan.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.